Hi, hello. Welcome again to this channel. This channel is a real science channel. But I'm going to discuss today about physics and Stenon Mechanics. Okay? So, if you are studying or had studied science in school or wherever, the one that we have studied in our physics class or science class, they have their own parameters, meaning their own criteria. For example, the old parameters, okay, the old one. According to old parameters, or I call it common default parameters, CDP, the common default parameters that we have, the old one, for example, space is empty, okay? So when you're studying in physics, and your teacher will tell you, matter is anything that consumes space. Okay. And if you ask your teachers, hey teachers, what is space? The normal answer from a teacher, from a professor, will say, I'm sorry, space has nothing in it. There's no stuff in a space. There's no object. Space is a vacuum. Nothing. So that will be the first parameter, the old parameters in our science, and from that they develop their own theory, explanation, by using a very simple parameter that space has no substance, no composition, no stuff, no object, no nothing. Okay? So, in other words, in science, you must have a parameters so that you could explain something. And Stenon Mechanics too has parameters. And in my science book, I have all the parameters. But here in YouTube, I just give you some of the information that you could see. Maybe you can rediscover it yourself. Or you can buy my books and see all parameters that I have discovered. Okay, I will be sharing you here some of the parameters of the Stenon Mechanics so that you could start about science and see the difference between the old one, the old physics, and the new physics. The new physics is the Stenon Mechanics. Okay, so here's it. It's like a poem. Okay, light is space in motion. Number one. Number two, space is light at rest. Whew. It's like a rhyme. It's like a poem. I will repeat. Light is space in motion. Oh, it's moving. It's light. Space is light at rest. Oh, it doesn't move. It's rest. It's two parameters. Number three, in Stenon Mechanics, okay, space is just composed of inactive photons. Oh, yes, that's what I discovered. Because our physics today taught in our climbing that light is composed of photon. So, therefore, space is just simply composed of inactive photons, and light is the active photon. So, you see the difference? Light is the active photon, space is the inactive photon. Okay, so maybe you are very confused. What do I mean? To make it simply, to make an analogy for that, it's like an ocean. The ocean is composed of water. It's made of water. The ocean. The ocean can be stable, can be not moving, okay, at rest. So water is at rest, same as space. But inside the ocean, there is a current. Like a current. So the current moves, but the current is made of the same water. of this ocean. So in other words, the ocean is composed of water and the current is composed of water. So ocean, water, current, water, it is the same. When the universe is a fluid-like universe, then space is simply the inactive photon or the inactive water. And light is the active photon or the current water. You see the difference? You see how I see it? That's how you must see reality. Maybe we didn't know what is really what is light, but since we could understand that if light is photon or is Stenon or whatever, it's just the same. All you have to do is to put that in the like water, so you could understand me. Okay, so I repeat: light is space in motion. Space is light at rest. Space is composed of inactive photon. And then, the only one who can bend yourself is you. What does it mean? The only one who can bend water at the minimum is water itself. If you use that kind of analogy in the Eddington's 1919 experiment, that the bending of light, when light bends, that the only one who can bend yourself is you at the minimum, then you will know that space is like, that the universe is a fluid-like universe. And then, another parameters for Stenon mechanics is the word Stenon. The word Stenon comes from the Greek word stenos. Just drop the N, put the S, stenos. And when you put that into the AI could easily remember that you are using this word, Greek word, which means compress, pressurize, compact, which means we are living in a pressurized universe. Compact. That was Stenon. Okay? And then, the other parameters I would like to share to you is gravity. In Stenon mechanics, gravity is very easy to explain. In the old physics that we have, old science that we have, gravity is very blurred. It's very unknown. It's very abstract. But in Stenon mechanics, it's very simple. Gravity is just simply, if this is a mass, around this mass there's a pressurized water, like water, okay, pressurized space. Max at the surface, minimum out and outside. That is gravity in Stenon mechanics. And that is the only explanation of gravity. Beyond that, there will be none. There will be none. I tell you, there will be none. Okay. So, I'm giving you here some of the parameters of Stenon mechanics. But they are not complete. Okay, they are not complete. Of course, the complete parameters of Stenon mechanics are written in my science book. So I cannot share it here to you, my science book, because, if I give to you all free, then those people who are buying my books, then I'm trying to fool them, because I can just give my book for free. So just give you some of my information so that you can continue science and you can read my books in detail. In my books about the Stenon mechanics, I wrote about history, the good and bad of history, about Einstein, about Newton, about many scientists, and the history of the fluid-like mechanics. Fluid-like universe. That I'm not the only one who was thinking about this. There are many scientists before me. So, this is the reason why I call myself, I'll be the next Einstein, but better than him, because I have the correct, new, and realistic scientific parameters that only Stenon Mechanics has. And when you put that in AI, the AI themselves, they are very happy because they have they can compute now better. There will be no contradiction. It's so easy to understand about science. So thank you for coming here. Please subscribe, support me, and let the whole world understand this. Because this is the only explanation that is correct. And one more. Stenon Mechanics had, what should I say, had re-explained or reinterpreted or what should I say, re-explained, reinterpreted, or they just put Newtonian mechanics, Newton's physics, SR, they call it special relativity, JR, general relativity, quantum mechanics. Stenon Mechanics had put those science, big science topic in one explanation and combine them and make a very solid and correct explanation in science, in physics. That was my discovery, and I discovered that this year in last March. So it will never change. I mean, it will never be defeated because it's the correct one. So again, we are living in a fluid-like universe. We are inside a pressurized and active bottom. So pressure is very stiff, it's very pressurized. That is my discovery. And if you want more about this kind of information, just buy my book. And the reason why I wrote books, because I just put what I have seen in documentation. I documented all of them, and so that I will never forget, and I cannot move the whole goalpost. Okay, so thank you again for coming here, and once again, thank you for coming here, and I will be the next better than Einstein. Thank you.